My friends, patience brings things to fruition. The more impatient you are, the more you need to patiently watch this video to the end. Because I will tell you, a secret that 99% of people have not realized. How to obtain all perfect results by skillfully using your mind. Actually, your pointless rushing cannot solve any problems at all. It will only make things worse and make yourself utterly flustered. Look at what you're rushing about. In the morning, you hurry to work. After arriving, you start to hurry to get off work, hurry to cook. While cooking, you're anxious to finish so you can eat. While eating, you're eager to watch shows. Then you rush to sleep. Some people are anxious to get married. After marriage, they rush to have children, to raise them. Then they hurry for their children to go to school, get a job, marry, have kids. Do you notice? Your whole life is spent in such haste and anxiety. What exactly are you rushing for? Actually, it's hard to say. In short, the next thing is always more important. Why is this so? Because you live in desire. I want this. I want that. As soon as you think of it, you want it immediately. Can't wait a moment. So you're led by these desires, these thoughts every day, always chasing, hurrying, always nervous and flustered. But in the end, what have you busied yourself with? Looking back, it seems you've done nothing. Why? Because you treat every present moment as a stepping stone to the future and ignore it. And so it goes. Countless hastily dealt with moments string together to form a hastily overlooked life. In this way, it seems we have never truly lived. Another kind of impatience is the same. Why are you impatient with your husband? Because you want cleanliness, but he never does housework. Why are you impatient with your child? Because you want good grades for him, but he doesn't focus on studying. Why are you impatient with yourself? Because you want to become better, but you can't. Do you notice? The underlying logic is the same. You want a certain result immediately. If you can't get it, you become anxious. So you throw tantrums, become depressed, suppress yourself, waste energy. In short, impatience is due to excessive ego attachment. But the truth is, there is fundamentally no self. Nothing exists outside the mind. Everything external is a projection of the mind. The mind is like a mirror. Whatever causes and conditions it encounters, it reflects images. This is life. The causes are imprints of consciousness. Whatever attachments you've had, those thought imprints are stored in your subconscious. When conditions are ripe, they manifest as images. Therefore, life is like a dream. None of this is real. All the episodes of your life, eating one moment, working the next, are predetermined by causes and conditions. So you find that plans often can't keep up with changes. Why? Because your plans are merely what you think. They are the arrangements you make after mistaking illusion for reality. It's illusion upon illusion. So the next scene will be what it will be. It's unrelated to your delusions, only related to cause and effect. Wanting to get things quickly, becoming anxious if you can't. This is just attachment after mistaking illusion for reality. How the plot unfolds is only related to causes and conditions. So whether big things or small, being anxious is useless. It only leads to errors and haste, creating more illusions. Sowing bad causes, resulting in bad effects. What should we do then? True masters skillfully use their minds. What does that mean? Awakened people understand that life is just an illusion projected by the mind. The original mind's emptiness is the only true existence. That is the real you. The mirror inherently has nothing. No matter what it reflects, it doesn't affect its purity. If it reflects filth, the mirror doesn't become dirty. If it reflects flowers, the mirror doesn't become fragrant. Nothing can interfere with you. From beginning to end, neither arising nor ceasing, neither defiled nor pure, neither increasing nor decreasing. Because you cling to appearances, you become attached. You become anxious. So once you realize you're anxious, you must immediately recognize the illusion and depart from it. Return to the mirror. Everything is a dream, an illusion. Just as the Sixth Patriarch said, originally there is not one thing. Where does dust alight? None is more important than another. Eating, working, reading, all are illusions. All are the same. It is your mistaking illusion for reality that creates distinctions. Thus you have notions of good and bad, right and wrong, gain and loss. So every day you're either anxious about the future or regretting the past. No matter what, you feel uncomfortable. And all of this is just the deluded mind covering the wise true mind. Once you cling and grasp, it becomes the deluded mind, forgetting that you are the mirror and suffering in vain. So what to do? One word: observe. Since wisdom has always been there, just covered by the deluded mind, by not mistaking illusion for reality, you return to the original mind. Observation is looking outward from the heart. It's returning to the original mind. You are the mirror. Naturally, all of life's things are dreamlike illusions. So what is there to be attached to? Without attachment, where is the suffering? Therefore, you just maintain awareness, not following thoughts as they arise. See them, accept them, but don't follow them. Your attention returns to the mirror, returns to awareness, which is dwelling in the present moment. The present moment is your self-nature, the original mind. When eating, just eat. When drinking tea, just drink tea. This is observing freedom. As long as you see through the truth, recognize the illusion and depart from it. Departing from illusion is awakening. No second thought, third thought about what you need to hurry to do next, or which tea tastes better. The mind is a mirror. Whatever comes, just reflect it. Respond with a straightforward mind. Use the mind like a mirror. Do not cling or reject. Respond, but do not store. Thus you can overcome all things without harm. Focus on the present moment. In this way, you return to the true mind, return to the mirror. The mind can reflect everything and give rise to all phenomena. Therefore, it is inherently complete. Just as the Buddha said, all sentient beings possess the Tathagata's wisdom and virtue, but because of deluded thoughts and attachments, they cannot realize it. When you realize that your true self is inherently complete, you are no longer that lacking, deluded mind. The projection source has changed. Do you think the external appearances will not change? So you don't need to worry about your life. Just take care of your conscience. Being anxious is a deluded attachment, mistaking illusion for reality. It is meaningless and will only make things worse. Focusing on the present moment, using the mind like a mirror, that is returning to the complete original mind. The mind is the projection source, the cause. When the mind changes, appearances naturally change. This is, appearance arises from the mind. So what you really need to do is not be anxious, but focus on each present moment. Actually, in the end, focusing on the present moment is just a method. When we think about the past, it's easy to get entangled. When we think about the future, it's easy to fantasize. Whether entangled or fantasizing, our thoughts are chaotic. It's hard for the mind to settle. Only when you focus on the present moment can you think less. Your mind becomes anchored. This method is actually using one tool to remove another. Its underlying logic is to use attachment to attention, to let go of attachment to content. This method is quite convenient. Therefore, it has been recognized by many practitioners. At this point, some people might ask, is it best to focus on the present moment? Or is it better to remove even the present moment? That is, which is better? Focusing on the present moment or being empty? Logically speaking, of course, it's best to let go of attachment to attention on the present moment. But if you ask whether emptiness is the best, then with emptiness, it's possible you're taking emptiness as an attachment. Attachment to the present moment is a kind of expedient means. Attachment to emptiness is also an expedient means. Actually, there's no difference. In a state of truly no attachment, it's not actually empty. Rather, anything is possible. Just like the mirror we mentioned above. When the mirror reflects things, do you think it has attachment? Actually, it has no attachment. Anything in front of it forms an image, but no image stays on the mirror. Nothing truly stays on the mirror. The mirror's state is very natural, very free. It can have nothing and it can reflect anything. So true non-attachment is naturalness. At the beginning, we're very chaotic. How can such an I solve the problem of chaos? So I need to attach to one thing, to use it to kick out other chaotic things. In this way, the things we're attached to become fewer. When they are reduced to a certain extent, we're better able to handle them. If there are 100 rabbits, it's hard to catch them. But one rabbit is easier to catch than 100 rabbits. Focusing on the present moment is like turning 100 rabbits into one rabbit. But if you remove the present moment and become empty, then it means you've exchanged a white rabbit for a black rabbit. Before, you were attached to the present moment. Now you're attached to emptiness. There's still something. Although this something is called emptiness, there is still an emptiness. Can you understand? Of course, it's possible I'm splitting hairs. Maybe you're expressing the true emptiness. Not an emptiness in your mind, but to avoid some friends thinking there's still an emptiness, it needs to be emphasized. In short, as long as you can focus on the present moment, your life state will undergo a great change. Your life will be peaceful, happy, transparent, at ease. Understand? All right, thank you very much for watching up to here. I hope it has touched and inspired you. See you next time.